Hello traders and welcome to this new Bitcoin technical and order flow analysis video. We have pretty serious news event which happened over the Asia, so I've decided to do this new video. I would like to go over technical analysis for Bitcoin. I will be showing you my trade exposure on the short side, how I was shorting, how I was managing the short from total top. I will be showing you my live execution when I was taking it in the group. And then management, because it was key to not close your trade prematurely. That's a typical mistake for a lot of people. So we will go over that. And the first part of the video is going to be macro talk about this news event and what we can expect from Bitcoin. Remember, in trading, you use technical analysis. This is one side of trading. Technical analysis, so you look where you where you want to engage with market and where you want to take the trades. The second arm of trading is order flow. Order flow is telling you if you will actually take the trade or not, our order flow tools. And the third part, which is completing the whole like a triangle, is macro analysis. Also from 2025, my videos will include macro analysis if I see macro is affecting Bitcoin. Macro is sending price to the upside or to the upside. Bitcoin is narrative driven asset. So you need to understand what is happening globally for the economy. Yes, because Bitcoin is like canary in the coal mine. It's very sensitive to monetary policy. Yes, and also for the own black swan or white swan events. Right now we are facing black swan event, so we need to be prepared for the downside. You want to be more greedy on your shorts. You don't close them. You want exposure. So let's discuss now this macro. Also, in second part of the video, we will do technical analysis. So I want to just show you what we can expect from Bitcoin. We can have a brief look on order flow, and I will try to do shorter video than last time, maybe 40 minutes. Let's see. Okay, so the current news event is very simple. So we have 2 weeks into the election, into the Trump taking the office, and right now we've got the information. The US government has been given the green light to liquidate 69,000 Bitcoins from Silk Road, an official confirmed to DB News today. You can pause this, you can read about it. My take on this is this. Just let me do this. I forgot. Okay, so yes, it's you can track these Bitcoins here. So it was long time when we were watching Arkham. It's fantastic free tool which is monitoring all major wallets. So right now we will be watching until Trump takes the office. You will be watching 69,000 Bitcoins parked in US government wallets. You will be setting alerts here. You can go here and set alert, or you can just set very simple refresh, like every 1 or 5 minutes on the website. If you have multiple monitors, you can just have a small window and it's going to be refreshing. And that's the fastest way you will get notified, or just with the alerts of Arkham. Yes, I use second option. You will monitor this because once, if these Bitcoins move, the market will be assuming it's going to be moving. It's moving to exchanges to be sold. So I expect if any movement happens here, we will see pretty decent downside. And if I see that on time, I will be shorting on Bitcoin because I'm a trader. Yes, I'm also investor, but I will be shorting because it's going to be pretty easy short. Market will panic, right? Market front runs when you have such news events. When we've got these situations. Yeah, when Germany was selling in summer, right? 50,000 Bitcoins. We knew about it, but before we started selling, Bitcoin already dropped 10%. Market will always front run other entities who will be selling. This market is not your friend. The market wants to utilize someone else selling, and you will sell for worse price. Okay. So yeah, you will be watching that. And now what you need to remember, so this is green light to sell Bitcoins. They are not hitting market yet. They are not moving. It is possible. I would say it's 50-50. Yes, we will not see these Bitcoins moving because you have it's 2 weeks until Trump takes office. do really new people, I mean the old people from Biden administrative, do they want to make enemies with new administrative? They'll be like dumping Bitcoin when Trump said he's going to make it reserve asset, when he's very friendly. I mean, they destroyed. Like when he takes the office, he will be doing vengeance against these people. So I'm not sure if we actually move this. It's possible. This is possible. This is like big fat, which will bring a dip anyway. Because market, this is like affecting sentiment. Look at the price, yeah. So we've got, let me show you, because I was trading these news events live, okay. Here, this is when it happened. I literally shorted here on the news event, yes. Look at the beautiful pullback, edit, and now still holding short into these lows. Took some profits as well. But you see what is happening. The sentiment is already damaged. We are in strong downtrend from pretty high. And yeah, like people will be waiting on sidelines and they will not be buying as much Bitcoin, in my opinion. And that alone is damaging sentiment and is damaging demand for Bitcoin, right? Also, the more time passes, I think the more market calms down. If this day passes and there will be no movement, market will be more calmer. Maybe in a few days, if we don't see any movement of these Bitcoins, it's going to be even better. Market might trade its own fundamentals, its own technical analysis, but immediate impact on the market short term is damage sentiment. Yeah, so if we see some more selling, we might actually hit some big moves to the downside, and I will be showing you from technical analysis what will be supports, yes, and what will be signs of strength to actually reverse this downtrend. What trades you can take, how I'm managing this. So it's plenty to talk about. So remember that. So this is, this is potential. This is potential sell, but it doesn't have to be sell, because if I were in the, if I would be in Department of Justice, US government, and holding Bitcoin, I would not be, making Trump angry and selling all the Bitcoin. So they need to rebuy back more expensive. That would be pretty, crazy. So right now it's 50-50, and now you'll be watching this. And one more mention for the global economy. Let's go to Forex Factory so you understand. This year I'll be educating you on macro because it's weakness for many of you. Yeah, you like even our traders, you know how to trade Bitcoin well from technical analysis. You are good in order flow, but macro, when we have macro moves and you don't understand why actually Bitcoin moves and equities and other things, it's destroying you, is destroying your profit that current day, or you just fight macroeconomic flows and you don't want to do that. It take me years, this is even harder than trading itself to master this, but I have good sources, good mentors on that, so it's easy. I just want to show you why we actually moved heavily down. Look at that, the first day, and I was sleeping during this, so I could not even warn our traders. I'm still repairing my sleep routine. I'm mainly in Asia and London, but it's not gonna take long. Like today is very likely last day I'll be trading London, maybe a bit of New York, and tomorrow I will try to be focused on London session and New York session. You know me, is my primary time. So these were the news events which actually sparked moves to the downside. So let me explain. Look at that. ISM services PMI positive. Jolts, like look at the new jobs are opening in US. So an ISM services is pretty, it surveyed purchasing managers, including the manufacturing industry. These two results are showing you, and you can see they're highlighted red, so they are the most important. They are showing you US economy is doing really well. It's still, it's starting to be hot again actually. So it's doing well. And what does it mean? Why we actually saw crash, like big moves to the downside on Bitcoin and equities is simple. It means if US economy is strong, the Fed incentive to cut rates is lower, is dropping. They cannot cut rates into strong economy, yes, because there will be very likely inflationary pressures. So they need to stay neutral, or maybe they will be even hiking rates later in the cycle. Because overall market is expecting all Trump measures will be causing inflationary spikes in US, which will be translating into the whole world. So, these are signs, and this is why you trade the data, you see what is in front of you, and we need to pay attention to these macro indicators, right? Unemployment claims on the next day, also accelerated trend on equities. they were pretty, you know, decent as well. Like they were lower, so not as many people lost the jobs. Yes, so pretty cool. FOMC minis, not much changes there. And today news events are empty for, like, we don't have nothing significant. Let's go back to chart so we can open. Let's go here. Yes, this is the chart. This is the most simplified chart you can watch when you watch equities together with Bitcoin. Let's go to 5-minute time frame. So do you see the correlation here? Equities topped out here, Bitcoin topped out as well. When Bitcoin doesn't have own narrative, it's very correlated to equities. So make sure you can even chart equities. And if you know, like, Bitcoin has no news, then it's gonna be attached to equities. So you can see these news events were sending equities and Bitcoin down together, and it's still downtrending. Right now it's more range bound on there. Same for Bitcoin, but you see the trend is still down. Yeah, these two, because when we've got such results on the news events, they tend to affect whole trading session, and not only that, they affect sentiment for the rest of the week. And another thing, Mondays are days when there is 60% chance you establish trend and you put pivotal high or low. Same for equities, same for Bitcoin. So you see people who were shorting on Monday, they are still holding their trades because they know it's very likely they get a big juicy profit, me included. So easy. Okay, so that was our little macroeconomic window. Pay attention to future data releases, because they'll be accelerating us. That's why it's creating so much volatility. Now we will be discussing Bitcoin from technical analysis. I just want to show you. So I will be turning on trades folder. Here you are. 15-minute time frame. I think we were doing video, like my latest video was done somewhere here. Yes. One thing I want to mention, we can hide this trade. Yes, this was done with limit orders. 30-minute time frame. I will be leaving this trade open, so you see why I was so greedy on that. Yes, if you remember, like, you should really watch my initial 2025 video, because I was explaining you what will be the signs of weakness and strength. What we already went over this trade on previous video, like how I executed, but what will be like signs I want to hold this, how I want to hold to this trade. So as I said, look at that, I will be just turning on few folders, and that's it. This market structure, yes, we failed bullish backtest. Like bulls, if you want to be really bullish, you will find support here and do this. Failed. This was major sign for me. Is going to be day trade for me, and it's gonna be becoming even swing trade, because now the reaction down was 10% almost. So in terms of profit, it's already swing trade. Just not enough time passed for swing trade, but also movement over such big area in such volatility is like a ticking box. It's swing trade. So beautiful swing trade, started as scalp, become day trade. Another bonus information, if you go look at that volume profile, yeah, because now I'm not sure what I was mentioning in my previous video, but I just want to mention like how you should manage such trades. So you've got this was poor structure, now you've got strong high, single prints, finished action there. Open interest was decreasing, delta, everything we went over. Now you are ranging. What you want to see from market, if you are super bullish even up there at top, is of course this. You go here, this is now low after the impulse. If market is strong, it's gonna take out this low and starts pushing to the upside, and it's gonna rotate further, push to the upside. No, you did the opposite. Why I'm showing you this is because when I was short here, initial take profit down was in the range val, yes, for 40%. But I was also adding to my trade once we lost this range. This first candle here, look at that here, I was adding to my trade, okay? Adding, and it means I added 20%. I was not adding to full size, so I added 20%. It means my stop loss got wider, yes. And I'm now explaining you how Bybit works. Bybit is giving you one single position which is moving as like when you are adding. But if you are trading on traditional brokers or you are trading on prop firm, this is like adding means new position. So this is new position for you as well, and it needs wider stop loss. Wider stop loss means you need lower leverage, so that's why you add. Like you already have core short here, and you can add. That's how you add. Even if you like, you have core position here, but you because distance here is pretty wide, you cannot go like full leverage here because your stop loss is still super wide. So you go small leverage, you add, and profit from this trade is like a buffer for your new position. Because when you go here, you will be at loss probably here somewhere here if you're in short here, and you already got take profit once, so you covered stop loss. So you are covered even for this, yes, even if this position immediately goes against you. Always manage your risk. This is super important. Like you are a risk manager basically as a trader. So okay, so that was crucial to elevate exposure. Why you will be elevating exposure is very simple. Let's zoom out here. Do you see any support here? I can even I need to show you like this, not even merging. Yes, look at that. So this is extremely inefficient volume profile. Yes, big nose, yes, very thin body, very fit body, and then big belly. So you see when market starts pushing down, you know, like even one trader asked in the group if I'm longing here. No, of course I'm not longing. This is not support, you know. You still have single prints to be run. There was scalp, because oftentimes you hold single prints on first retest, but now as soon as you get acceptance into single prints, you know what is likely. There is 85% chance you will fill single prints fully. So you let your short making profit. I should probably even add here as we are pushing further, but my exposure was already beautiful. And this was impulsive candles. These were continuation candles, and you know, they failed to stop us, yes. Because sometimes you have really good volumes in this area. Look at that. So you were capturing some shorts here right at the start of the single prints. If market wanted to be really bullish, it would stop here and start changing structure, returning back into this top range and pushing upside. Failed to do that. So, and we continue down. This is now no support, single prints getting filled, and you are starting to make very serious profit on shorts. Yes. And remember, from open interest, yes, I remind you that often. You first got big longs getting into the impulse, so you trap them. So that reaction itself, I would say, once you lose, this is why it was high probability. This is like this move is gonna happen so violently. Yes, so violently. Push to the upside was done with high open interest increase. Lots of longs were powering in. So once you start trapping them, especially if you go beyond this point, 100% of people in this impulse are trapped, and market will hunt down their liquidity. You can now open liquidity tool and watch how liquidity is getting eaten. You also know another thing. From Monday, yes, 5th of January, it was Monday. Actually, Sunday, even Sunday. So from Sunday into Monday, look at the open interest increase again. Lots of longs over here. You start moving down, so you are destroying and trapping the impulse, plus more structured longs as well. These, like when you trap this area, when you trap this whole area, it's very likely market will move much more further, and it's gonna destroy these people. That's why we see such a strong downtrend. Also, open interest is going sideways. That's another thing. Like some people are still holding trap positions here. That's good for two things. When you see big move to the downside and massive open interest decreasing to this point, you will be having opportunity to have exhaustive price action long. Very possible is going to be swing long. That's first clue you've got. And another clue you've got, as open interest is still holding, when you go retest, when you start pushing out of here, for example, and you manage to change the structure, you push over here, you will be seeking resistances in this box. You will be analyzing exactly where people loaded up, where are people trapped in this open interest increase, this one and this one. This is actually stronger zone. Yes, let me delete. This is stronger zone because you've got them at the more congested place. This was in the impulse, so they are very spread in the impulse. But this box here is already, you know, and look at that. So even as we started pushing, that's what you often see in the strong trends. You trap on majority of market, or they are offside, and market retest start of their boundary. They want to get out. They are actually creating extra pressure on the market as they want to get out with small loss. At least these people at lows, and you know, they are creating resistance and boom down. This box in the future is going to be resistance, no matter if open interest is destroyed or not. watch this box. Yeah, so you can do something like this in the future. Push beyond these highs into the liquidity and then find resistance here. That's going to be my plan for short, watching that box. And I will also view it as a very large box. Okay, so let's go. So absolutely crucial market structure was lost here. For me, this is going to be still, for high time frames, extremely important. Trade below, bearish. Trade above, bullish. I even made this post, and this is aging as a good French wine, as I like to say. Let's go here. Yes, so you see, we failed that bullish backtest, rejection, so we were going to the downside. This is what I wanted to see. It didn't happen, but you see my prediction to get 100,003 was exact almost. We went on to 100,002,700. So super simple. Now, but you know, AMT actually is guiding me even more. So let me show you now via local. Now I was seeing many bearish signs here. Okay, so look at that. This one we can push to the upside. Yes, because you watch medium to high time frame ranges and also the more local ones. So your bearish signs were already starting here. Acceptance below 2-month VAH. That's a first sign of weakness for you. It means this was failed auction. You know, we just took liquidity and reversed to the downside. Now 3 weeks VAH was also, so we've got acceptance here. And you see this is happening with very strong impulsive action, with a lot of selling delta on spot markets and perpetuals. So market not even stopping. So this is extremely bearish sign. So, and why you need to see that? Of course, because you now become very patient in your short. You let it run, and you watch more targets. Where is market stopping? It was not stopping even on here. This was point of control of the overall range. Once you lose this big point of control, this 2-month point of control, you literally open road. This is why auction market theory is one of the best. Like if I need to pick like 3 strategies to trade Bitcoin and all assets in the world, I would pick number 1 AMT, because I'm using AMT on stock market as well, on single stocks which I'm doing investments into. It's so good. Maybe one day I will show you all my charting on them and how I was engaging. But you see, so you lost 2-month point of control here. There was even bearish backtest rejection. When you lose main point of control, and it's not just that, yeah, we can turn off these folders. Look at that. So high volume node was here, yeah. So massive volumes were transacted here, and you are losing this. All these people who were buying here and selling us, of course, but we care about buying us because we are falling. Let me turn on again the big folder. So this 2-month point of control is telling you one simple thing. You will be very likely rotating to the lows of the range, right? So look at that. Here we are, 2-month val. You know, I told traders, look at the, where I was posting it somewhere, doesn't matter. I got the, let's go here, trade area. This was trade area for me. Doesn't matter, there was victory downside a bit, but I was looking for trades here. Now, as you know, the odds for rotation to the downside are increasing. You are even more patient in your short. It's becoming swing trade because it's rotating the full 2-month range. By the way, we have 2 pools. Yes, this is more secondary pool, but it's still important because it's measuring like exact price action in this box, and the larger pool is measuring as well the push from earlier. So, and that's why you are seeing now stability. AMT is providing support, and you are seeing stability not only because Bitcoin is getting bought from new market participants, but people who were shorting here are taking profit. Yes, I took take profit 3 here. On my short, I have now only 20% exposure. If the news event would, if news event actually happened before I took profit, I would not even take profit 3. I would still have 40% exposure. Now I have 20% exposure left. It is not so big, but you know, if we start breaking, maybe I will add to it. Maybe I will lower my exposure into somewhere here, especially if the news come, as we discussed, the Trump, yeah, sorry, not Trump, but if they start selling Bitcoins, yeah, the Department of US government, and if they start selling, I will be opening immediate short, and then I will be adding to this short maybe 30, 40, 50% lowering very aggressively my entry so I can capture further moves to the downside. So yeah, but overall, you've got the long opportunities in this area. Yeah? It's also not only high time frame val, but also more local one. So we go here. You see, you also rotated. Now this is even like more important, like for immediate context, because this is the most recent volumes. You took val of the weekend of the not weekend, but three weeks range where we were in the week holiday mode. Yeah, so lots of opportunities here, and we are holding. This is not a random, AMT has crazy respect for such a big level. So yes, you can be long here, just be very cautious. Yes, I'm personally long exactly from this area. Stop loss still here. I was triggering, I can show you here, my post in the group. So you understand, the limits trading is very hard. It needs years to be mastered, and you need to know what you are doing. But basically what I was doing here, I knew this is support. We should at least see day trade bounce. I was warning our traders multiple times, watch this trade area, opportunities are coming. I was sleeping over the move to the downside, like over acceleration done. I've got take profit 3 here set on limit order, but I also preset 3 limit orders in the local support for the long. Only each one was, the first one was 10%, 10%, 20%. I'm saying percents because it matters. I'm not using full size here because I'm sleeping, so I cannot monitor order flow. But I'm literally using part of my profit on the 10% move to the downside on swing short to get exposure. You can view this as a hedge as well. Yeah, so it's like very beautiful hedge. It's twice larger than my remaining position, so it's more exposure to the upside. But this was expected to hold at least for day trade, no matter the news. One thing I need to tell you, so in such occasion, if you are trading such limit orders and you see this is support, you still need a pretty wide stop loss. Where would be your invalidation is below this high actually, okay? Because you have massive liquidity below it. You can crash to 90k, 88,000 further. So you need very wide stop loss. That's why also leverage is lower. Yeah. Once I woke up, yeah. So let's have a look now. I can show you this trade. It's going from passive entry into active entry trades. We can hide this one. So the entry was here, average entry, because it was 1, 2, 3. So average entry in this area. Now as I woke up, of course I will not be holding such a wide stop loss. Stop loss will be like this. I already took take profit 1 here, so I already covered for this stop loss. I even covered, I think, for a good chunk of this stop loss, but it's for me it's not necessary to hold wider stop loss because I know if we start losing, if we go here and we failed swing failure pattern, it's extremely likely we go. This is also especially look at the structure, curved lows. We know there is cascading liquidity very likely here, and it's going to be a matter of time when Bitcoin does this move here and do this. So now stop loss is adjusted until I'm monitoring market like this. The bounce was pretty great even from my entry. You can see it was 2%, so more than enough for take profit 1. Okay, so we turn off the trades. I can also show you a bit of scalping I did today. Maybe there will be, I will explain and then we will move on technical analysis. Before the news events, by the way, I would news event destroyed the sentiment, sadly. But if we wouldn't have no news event, I would expect Bitcoin already be bouncing beyond 96, 97k and pushing, especially like taking this trend and maybe doing expanded range from these spot walls, which are selling pressure, or even here when we go to order books. There was a lot of sellers here. Maybe they cancel order, they are still working, but this is also resistance because we have a lot of trap traders here. So you would push. I would very likely, when we were here, this was the news event, I would expect more pushing to the upside. Look at that, 3 equal highs here. It was a matter of time before Bitcoin actually takes this and do swing failure pattern, repair the structure, or push even further. And thus, because Bitcoin loves expand, like its primary purpose of market to sometimes range and create expanded ranges, so you can do something like this. Yeah. like before news event, let me show you my thinking. So we were here pushing. So this is what I expected. Yeah, push here, maybe swing failure pattern, then something like this, push here, take out these highs, maybe into resistance, but we already have spot resistance here. But you can do expanded range, yes, like in this box. Yeah, so that was the plan, but you know, sentiment is damaged, so we will see. Okay, this box can be, yeah. Let me check if, yeah, because you know, spot markets, like when we are pushing, new walls were showing up on spot markets. When you are doing reversals, you always want to see that. You don't want to see empty order books, because then you need very little volume to crash back into the lows. It's not building confidence of, remember, many people are behind these moves, so yeah, you need walls so people can long and they can put stop losses behind the walls so they can have nice invalidation. It's calming them, it's giving them protection for their entries. So when you are rising or falling, you want to see new passive walls on spot markets and perpetuals guiding the price. Yes, this is, by the way, all well explained here. So you go to Tradinglite tips, yes, and look at that directional stabilization walls. I made very nice slides for our group, so you can learn. These are textbook scenarios. Textbook scenario and fractal scenario means if you learn this, you can apply this to any market in crypto or even traditional markets, but we don't see such data on traditional markets most of the time, right? You only with bookmap, but it's working differently. Yes, so I'm only teaching you what you can repeat after me. There is no guessing or hopes, just pure how market functions. Simple as that. Okay, let me return back into post. I will just check. By the way, we also are getting order book support here. So you see we are getting same support as during 30 of December lows on spot markets. Yes, but not perpetuals. Perpetuals are actually trying to be long. I mean, positive, but is nowhere near when we were here. Look at that threshold. It's nowhere near. That's why we don't see also blue bands. So, and we don't see double bands. We see only like one big band field showing you those limit orders. But yeah, this was enough for intraday bounce. So you've got the help of order books. I said very simple sentence to traders. You want to have order books on your side when you engage with market. Remember that for 2025. Yeah, this template alone made me crazy money in the swings. So you just need this template if you want to be efficient trader, and you need to understand it yourself. And you need to backtest this. I can tell you million times when we've got blue bands there is 80% win rate, but you need to see that for yourself. Let me go down. Yeah, by the way, look at the structure. Yeah, so we are pushing down into the walls, but you see pretty nice low was here with liquidity. So we actually did swing value pattern of this low. When you were trading this live, that was the main thing you were watching here along with the order flow. Yes, one of our traders was posting. We also have bullish CVD. Yes, we do have, but we are also close to the lows and the sentiment. But yeah, you're feeling a lot of passive walls as well. Let's go further down. This was my scalping here. Yes, because I have 3 accounts, but this was the only scalper account. Immediate news event short. I've got news very quickly on Twitter because I saw massive volume spike, so I was already refreshing Twitter and I already saw this. Big move down, large take profit, scalp longs as well because this was local support, push, take profit, easy peasy. You can also see how conditions are changing, like we are doing, look at that, 100 million candle. These are 50-minute candles. Yeah, we do 160 million, 58, like nothing. Yeah, these are no conditions you cannot scalp. You don't trade this. But this now, massive push to the downside, huge volume. So you expect just out of this volume is going to give you more than scalp. It can be intraday long. And also it's going to give you large volatility. Yeah, the more volume you get, the more volatility is also increasing. So amazing traders. Yes, and now I'm doing this video, so no more updates. So now let's have a look on Bitcoin from TA. So you know where are these supports. In case they start selling, be ready. We can get 10-20% move down. I will remind you what was happening when we need to be just ready, right? So we'll go to Bitcoin on-chain and we go over here. So Germany was selling 50,000 Bitcoins. Distribution began here. So it was 19th of June and they finished distribution at 13th of July. So we will check on charts. 19th of June and 13th of July. So almost 1 month was of selling. You can also see how it looked like. So first market was front running, German government selling. Now it's very, we are not sure. Like Germany, it was very sure they will be selling Bitcoins. But now we are not in such a sure situation. So it's possible Bitcoin can have damaged like bias sentiment, but maybe we will be ranging more than in such downtrend. If they decide to sell Bitcoin before Trump takes the office, look at that. So when they started selling, market was front running that selling as well. How little they sold here? Very little they sold, but market front run, boom, to the downside. You remember what was the most funny part? They were like in fear, like, and huge entities were buying those cheap Bitcoins from them. So look at that. They started dumping 70% of their Bitcoins here at the night of July. And what was price doing? Look at that. Price was doing nothing. So you see, if there is big buyer in the marketplace, he's gonna absorb these sales. But you still, like, initial moves are still to the downside, but there could be time where like big entity absorbs everything. So let's have a look. 19th of June distribution starts. 19th of July biggest absorptions, and finished the 13th of July. So just few days. Well, I just want to return back into chart as well. What was the price of Bitcoin? Because I don't even remember. It was like, I think 40, 50, not 40, 60 to 50k, I think. Bitcoin. Let's go. Let's have a look. 19th of June. Where are you? Yeah. I just want to measure the move as well, because we were missing the price there. 19th of June here, yeah. So overall, Germany sold 50,000 Bitcoins and they crashed price 20%. So that's why I estimate if they start selling Bitcoins, we can crash, 10, 20, even 30%. How they do it is also important. Like if they don't, I'm not sure how they do it. If they'll be selling on multiple exchanges, that will be better because they can spread. German government was selling on multiple exchanges, so the impact was not. But for example, if they send everything to Coinbase and they try to sell at once, this is gonna happen. Like this is going to be a huge crash. But if they are not stupid and they don't sell at once, then maybe there will be some deals, OTC deals, maybe seller will step in and he will buy it. Who knows? We don't know. But yeah, we will monitor, and for sure, if entity is showing up, like big entity starts selling, you see that. We have metrics for that in Orderflow to see them with CVD and monitoring selling pressure, and so yeah, we will be ready. But be ready if they start selling. I would not be looking for longs much. I will be looking for hold shorts, new shorts, and I will be looking for only for big support levels, which will be mapping right now to buy Bitcoin. Some cheeky limits, yes. But you see, market is still ranging, right? So it's waiting if it's actually real or not, and yeah. Maybe the market will be trading this until the real selling happens. Is gonna be ignoring it. Yeah, I'm not sure, because I explained you my thinking. Maybe they'll be thinking they have green light to sell, but they don't want to sell to upset Trump. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Nothing changes on my short, and I'm still locally long. Yes, exactly from this region. So yeah. Okay, so let's have a look on TA, and then this is going to be it. This is what matters ultimately currently, because we already finished rotations of this more local price action. One thing I want to remind you, I told you this box here is very, like I told you, this is very likely we will grab liquidity both directions out of this box. So this already happened, yes, you remember. And we still have liquidity same way here, yes, and especially below this low as well. So if we start losing local lows and continue down, then I will be looking for taking out this low and grabbing full liquidity. Once we do so, we will be monitoring market. If we have like further breakdowns, or we will do major swing failure pattern on higher time frames for large push to the upside. Okay, so this is what like you need to be aware of locally. Let's go back, and we also have like right in the right around this low, we have the 2-month val of the full pull. Okay, so maybe we'll find some stability. That's why this is also this is gonna help to make future swing failure pattern for this low. Very likely there could be some defense. Look at the liquidity. Liquidity, by the way, is huge there. Yeah, it is building for weeks, even for months. So yeah, very wide band. You will have, this is swing failure pattern liquidity ending at 90,770. Yes, so you want tight swing failure pattern from that, and if you fail here, you will be grabbing this big fat boy here from 90,000 down to 88,300. Huge, like juicy target. Okay, now if you don't hold val and you don't hold the liquidity area, you don't reverse after liquidity, then we have symmetry target box. This was deviation outside of the value areas. Yes, look at that. Move of 8%, and we have similar box to the downside. You will be like, all these people who are longing here will be selling. If you start losing this, they will be doing this. They will be selling in pain, in loss, and you will get much deeper pullback. But you will also, of course, monitor this as well. 85k is still big support, because you can do expanded range out of here. It's still, because you see how is market structured. Yeah, a lot of lows close together, liquidity is building. You can do expanded range out of here and do something like this. So this is must to watch. And bulls want to defend, because if they lose this area, we go for much deeper pullback. Do you see any support here? I don't. It's going to be order books, of course. Like maybe we'll see some brutal force walls, but if we go to 4-hour time frame, you see what's like, this is not support. We just want to, in the future, if we lose this, we will be filling volumes here, maybe even creating new range here, but this is not support. Market should go very fast over this area, and you might actually retest previous 30 March high. And if we now, this is just from TA, like even without any news events, this is very likely what's gonna happen. Now, if you have like real selling of 70,000 bitcoins hitting market in clips, then I think is super likely we actually will run this level and retest previous 8-month range. This is going to be fantastic opportunity. I have some money on the sidelines, so I will definitely buy some Bitcoin on pullback, because demand for Bitcoin is crazy. So any opportunity and bigger deep moves will be great for me, and we will be looking for bullish backtest of this range. Yes, 8-month VAG, and we have very like 8-month VAG, and we already have strong like first decent high volume out just around it. So I already expect this area will be defended, and if not, then you have another box you'll be watching, like these 3 highs close together in this box. For that, we need more precise levels. But overall, if you want to do the maximum bullish retest, you will do this in this box. Yeah, so you will destroy impulse and then bounce from here. I think we have a pivotal market structure there in this area as well. Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, in bull markets, if it's true bull market, you want to hold here at this key level, and then do this. If you lose the key level, like if you lose the first massive support from 8-month range, was that 8 months? March to November. Yeah. So 8-month range, if you don't do this, then it's not going to be good sign for Bitcoin, because you will be destroying, look at that, so massive impulse, and you will be returning back into the range where we were 8 months. Well, not good, and it's gonna be bearish sign for you for much deeper pullbacks for these lows. Okay. We have also a lot of anchor view ups now pushing. So yeah, a lot of naked anchor view ups. If you will be seeing some pushes in case Bitcoin goes into this impulse, very slow volume nodes and single prints, then naked view ups will be providing these structural bounces. They are naked, and this one for like where is Trump? Like Trump already we are doing, but we also have this low. Yeah, this one. Currently at 85,000. All right, so 85,000 getting help from. This is the latest. Like this is like measuring full impulse from 8th of September from 53k. And this one is also important because this was our final low, and this one is at 80,000. Okay, so 85k with anchor view ups very likely is gonna be defended, and then 80k is gonna be also round number, yeah. And then you have this. Look at that, like so, like this is a huge band I'm keeping, yeah. So like ultimate swing trade opportunities in case you see like very deep downside moves will be in this box. I know it's very wide, of course, but at least when you arrive here, you don't want to short Bitcoin. You will be looking for longs. Ideally aligned with other things. We have drop shorts also here, like from very early, but yeah, also massive drop shorts here. But yeah, this is very like this is gonna be not good for Bitcoin if we go into such price action into such levels. So for now we trade what is in front of us, which is this 2-month range, and we are at val. So yes, you've got at least bounce. Market tries to push. Look at that. So yeah, look at that. Nice absorptions here. That was beautiful. Only pullback. Low was defended. Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, pretty decent defense of this low. But you see, even as market starts pushing, a lot of absorptions are already happening. Like it's not easy for market to push. That's because the sentiment is damaged. Let's have a look here. This is monthly time frame. Wasn't this perfect? This was perfect. I made post about it in our Discord. Like market will be looking to rotate previous month range. This was perfect. Like VAH was taken. Always view like same principles apply as previous day areas, value areas, previous day VAG and VAL. You are doing rotation. Same thing you do on higher time frames. You hit naked VAG of previous month, completed. Now mission is like running. Like if you continue down, then you will be aiming for this naked VAL of previous month. Is this? Yes, this is also this was. Yeah, they were a bit different because we already finished rotation, but I was watching merged past 2 months as well. That's important for me. We can even merge like this and have a total view of the market. Yeah. By the way, we still have this teapot. So you understand we have large liquidity pools here, but you understand also you have the teapot from set at 89,400. So you can have future alert here. Yeah, it can be merged. It was even front run, I think. Yes, a bit. And then plenty of single prints, limited support, as we discussed. This is, by the way, how you recognize this template is good. Is like warning you how strong trend is. The strongest trends to the upside and to the downside are usually riding the standard deviation 3 band, standard deviation 2 band. Yeah, you see the green one, like we were riding down. Speaking of this, I can show you the also. We go to Zoom. I'm yet to release the volume. I'm yet to release the educational module on anchor VWAPs and standard deviation bands from them. We will be implementing that into our trading system because it's very useful for swing traders and also for measuring how trend is doing. One thing you can notice, usually you need to let this collect data for 2-3 months, but one thing you can already notice is since it was gathering volumes, we already were pushing into these like top bands, of course. But now as you're running to the downside, look at that, you are actually running another extreme, yeah? So that's why you also bounced here. Of course, we've got multiple horizontal supports, but you did a symmetrical push from one boundary into another, yes? So that is also helping to stabilize price, but only first touch. Well, similar principles apply as other tools. Naked touch was strong. But if you continue over this low, then it's very likely this line will be expanding like this, actually like this, and you will be riding it down. So you cannot trade it anymore. But this was great because it already gathered some volume and this was naked. Stabilization, this is helping. But just be warned, then you can ride it down, and that's what you want to avoid. You want to, especially in this, I will be making 30-minute video about this. There are rules you need to follow here, so you don't get burnt. But it's very, very useful. I was warning you. You can view this yellow area as a value area. If market fails to stay here, it's gonna go for the extremes of the band, for the standard deviation too. But most of the time, you are gathering volume in the yellow area. So it's really nice to watch. It's like moving range, just different. Because it's based on volume, so very, very similar principles. Okay, so how long is the video? 50 minutes, that's already, I'm not doing short videos, you know that about me. We can have a look on Orderflow, and then that's going to be it. So liquidity we already prepared. Naked box we already run, so you see not much support. We can finish this with TRDR. How are order books looking, by the way? In case we continue pushing to the downside, you see these spot walls already. They are trying to stabilize the price. Yes, you're feeling some. It's getting, the more Bitcoin goes down, it's getting more thicker. If they don't sell, if the news event don't happen and they don't sell the Bitcoins, then we have like the lower you go, the stronger support we get. You see, like we have no empty order books. Lot of decent walls. 91k, 170, 100. Look at that. People even placing some ice broke orders. They are much, like 25 Bitcoins. Like they want to stay hidden a bit. These people also are placing large orders protecting 90k, but they pulled. It's pretty likely they pulled, but they show like when you play poker, they show you the hand, and it's gonna be very likely defended in the future. So be aware of that. And perpetuals, how are they looking? Perpetuals are actually trying to defend this region. 87,000 down to 85k is end of the liquidity node. It's outside of the liquidity. I was trading this as well. In the group, you see, this was very large RSpec order. There was 50 or 60 Bitcoin every single $20. I was trading this first touch, then we've got the eaten it a bit. So you see, even as we were downtrending, we've got few scalp longs as well, counter trend longs. Then you've got the fill, but and these falls were also providing support. Another scalp. And then was I sleeping here? No, I think I was also scalping this one. But you see, the problem was, even if you had like very massive support on perpetual markets, look at that. The pressure was still crazy on like you've got the trap traders here start, and they were defending. So you have realistic expectations. Actually, even if you start pushing, you look for short here with these walls. That's first thing. Second thing, you trade this local range here. This was far away from price, but actually it was scary for price anyway. Market was well aware of this. 90k, 91k getting defended, then 9500 some Binance buyers, 90k big defense, then 88,000, yes, multiple exchanges together, and then it's like pretty empty, but they will be adding demand nodes as we are dropping. So then 85k is also, it's not so big, but it's gonna be a bigger defense when you get there. Oftentimes when I say very super resistance, the order books align with me. So like literally you see big walls stabilizing price there. That's what I want to see, because yeah, I don't trade just candles. Yeah, I want to see the real resistances, and you see there is not much resistances to the upside, like mainly on perpetuals, but spot market is empty. So in case news event don't play out and we will see some nice bits, you've got easy potential for day trade or even swing long, but yeah, you need to see some spot inflows coming in. Let's have a look on TRDR, and then it's going to be finish of the video. So we are seeing that band support. We were that's why also range here. Profit taking happening, but not yet blue bands. For that you will also need a bit further increase, and how much was here? 962 to 231. Yeah, you need 100 million extra on buyers, and then you will have blue bands, and also further more perpetuals as well. They are not so strong yet, but it's enough for this day trade at least. Symmetry is complete. You can already see like first symmetry. So push to the upside happened with 1.7 billion aggregated delta. Yeah, so as you were pushing down, it actually got sorted here. We even did much further, much more, so over 2 billion. So that was already like symmetry played out. You destroyed these people already from top, and now further pressure is happening. It's mainly from these previous buy volume spikes. Liquidations, of course, they're over the roof. People are in bull markets. In bull markets, we see much bigger liquidations to the downside. You know why? Because people are aping, people are crazy, they don't respect money management rules. Look at that liquidation, look at these liquidations. Yes, so shorts only got destroyed here, but yeah, crazy. Open interest. Wow, these lines here. So open interest, as we discussed a bit earlier, but still, you know, in case we resume move to the downside, I will be looking for big drop in the open interest to tell me market is finally properly capitulating. We already got big liquidations, but yes, I would be watching such build up, and you can see the build up is actually from here, from this point, still 20,000 Bitcoin exposure. Even from here, actually, like full threshold is here. If like you return back to this threshold, I think you would need to move like to 88,000 to 85,000 to destroy this. But we know we have plenty of longs in the market. Build up, also some shorts, of course. This breakdown template is showing you. It's much easier to see the thresholds, yeah, but you see like spot market is holding price here, so that's why we are getting this stabilization bounces. That's why I'm also locally this long. Perpetuals are not as strong as before, but now you see it better. Where are the top orders? Yeah, so we are actually approaching top orders, pretty splitted, and then we will be facing spot resistance here. 96,400 to 96,900, so be aware of that. In case you see larger push, first resistance from order books perspective. Funding rate is, yeah, there's nothing happening especially. Okay, so I need to do a bit of charting as well. So I explained you from open interest perspective. These we will have resistances in case we see large upside moves. We know we will have resistance regions from these open interest increases. You just need to map it already here, I would say. Now, final advices. If also no financial advice, I would say. It's just entertainment and education. But what I will do is I'm keeping short from this area. If we see larger push to the upside, I might add to the short. That will be the plan. I will also look to engage new short if we get larger bounce, and we will create expanded range into these three highs. Yes, this is weak structure, so swing failure pattern from here, or into these highs here, into this box, and into the trap traders overall from open interest increase. So you have the two areas. If you get acceptance into this impulse, then it's very likely you feel this, and then you will be you have resistance from out of this. You have point of control here, naked one. So we don't want to see much acceptance into these impulses. Just be careful. Yeah. We have trap longs in it, so we will see. Maybe we will get some nice reactions. This is also resistance area. Yeah, market was showing us already 98,400 to 90,000, 99,000. And yes, I have long locally, but I will be out of this long immediately when we lose this low. I will just let markets to do its thing, and I will be observing if we go actually for the major low. Yes, for this structure, it should be symmetrical, because in the end, why these people who were longing during 3 weeks holiday with low volumes and volatility without institutional participation, most big traders were enjoying on holidays on Hawaii or I don't know where. We took shorts liquidity out of them, but longs liquidity is still waiting. Yes, we already damaged decent people, but if val is lost, the big val of the range, then we'll aim for for the main val here and for the full liquidity grab. 2-month val here, and this is going to be decision point, because if you start losing that, we have this symmetry to fill, and yeah. So plan is clear, to the upside, to the downside. I hope video was useful. If yes, please give it a like, subscribe, and if you want to learn with us, join us. Doors are open. You will not regret it. Thank you for watching, traders, and bye in the group.